My name is Cleo. I am your dating and transformational coach. That means I help you define yourself. I help you find out who you really are, what it is that you need, what your requirements are before you get into a relationship, before you start dating. And welcome to our seminar one of Journey to Finding Love. So I've put together these seminars to help you with a journey to finding the love of your life. So here's the thing, I've put up 5 things that I think would help you in order to prepare yourself to finding the right person, because it starts with you, and a few things have to be done by you to yourself first before you get into that journey. So I put it together 5 things, and we're going to get to these 5 things. If you're there and you're thinking, I really want to meet the love of my life, and this is going to be the last time I find someone, and I want to keep that relationship forever, there are things that you need to work on. There are things that you need to work on yourself. So some of you here will know that you've probably been in relationships and they don't work out. You find that you pick the wrong guy, or you just get into a relationship only to find out later that, you know what, it wasn't really the right relationship, and you've invested your time, you've invested your money, you've invested your emotions, and then you're thinking, why does this take so long? So let's look deep down into ourselves first before we get into anything. So this will be helpful for you if you're single and you really want to get into a relationship, or you're in a relationship and you're thinking, this is not working for me, this is not my future, or you're just hanging there. You want to find out if this is the right relationship for you. So number one thing you're going to have to do is clear your clouds. What do I mean by clear your clouds? When I say clear your clouds, I mean get rid of everything that is stopping you from finding the love of your life. Sometimes we tend to gather things around us that are not right for us. And by saying that, I mean these relationships that aren't real relationships. So you're single, but you are in so many relationships, or you are in so many situationships. You call this person for this, you have that person for that. Maybe you have your booty call, you have someone that you know, every now and again they come up to your life and they disappear. Listen, when you want to prepare your life, you want to prepare your place for that soulmate, you need to clear those clouds. You need to clear everything around you. You need to learn to be by yourself. You need to be single. And you need to be successful at being single. So you need that opportunity. You need to allow yourself the opportunity to be single. Be proud that, okay, I'm on my own and I'm just fixing things for me to meet the right person in my life. Now that you're single, you've cleared your clouds. You know, I talk about clearing your clouds and just being on your own for a while, because I understand that relationships are spiritual. There's something so spiritual about two people coming together. So you need to clear that space. Now that your clouds are clear, you're on your own and you're getting to know yourself, you're going to have to now start getting to know yourself. So number 2 on the list would be to spend time with you and get to know who you are. So while you're spending time with yourself, one of the things you can do is to find something to do for you by yourself. You know, go out, learn how to dance, learn a language, do something for yourself. So now you're spending time with you, you're getting to know yourself, you're getting to enjoy your own company without needing someone else, so that you're not that needy person. But in getting to know yourself, one of the things that you're going to get to really know and be crystal clear about is your vision, because your vision makes up so much of who you are. And when getting into a relationship, your vision is very, 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 I cannot stress how important your vision is. It's everything when it comes to relationships. So where is your vision? Do you want to have children? Are you climbing the ladder at work? You need to know these things. You need to know these things about yourself, and you need to be clear. And when I say know these things, I mean be crystal clear about them to yourself. Just know exactly what it is that you want. Don't be vague about things. I don't know if I want children. I may want children. I may not want children. You need to know what it is that you want. So if you're in business, what is your business like? Where do you see your business in the next few years? Where do you live? Where do you intend to live in the future? Let me tell you, if you are not in tune with your your own vision, you're going to have trouble when you get into dating. Because once you start putting your feet into this pond of dating, you're going to find that you probably meet someone, you are physically attracted to them, but you haven't gone deep inside yourself to find out what are the things that you want. Then you start to find out that they want to, maybe they're building a house in another country and they want to live in another country, but is that part of your vision? Is that part of you? Is that negotiable for you? Is that what you want to do in the future? Because when it comes to relationship, those things are important. So you need to find out what really your vision is. Define it to yourself. Do you want to have children? Are you a Christian? What is your future in that, in being a Christian? Are you one of those people that want to preach the gospel to the ends of the earth? Do you want to travel and do missionary work somewhere? Those things are important, and vision makes up the big part of who you are. So get to know what your vision is and just be so clear with yourself as to what your vision is. Vision is a big part of who you are. There are some other things that make up to just defining you, and these things are knowing what your needs are, what your wants are, and what your requirements are. So your needs are the things that you need in order to this relationship to function. And one of the things that you need to realize about your needs is that you can modify them, you can, define them to yourself. So you may need love, you may need a relationship, you may need children, but you can define love to yourself, so you can modify that. You can say love to me is this, whatever love means to you. For some people, love means spending time together, whatever love means to you. So that will be your needs. So you need to define your own needs to yourself. I can't define these needs for you, but you need to know what it is that you need. All I can tell you is that needs are things that you need in order for that relationship to function. If you need children, and it's one of those things that you need in order for this relationship to even work. So you're going to say, okay, I need 3 children. If he needs 2 children, we can look at that and say, do you know what, we can meet in the middle, we can do whatever. So you can modify your needs. You need them in the relationship. They have to be present, but they can be modified. And then you've got wants, the things that you want. Wants are like icing on the cake. Who doesn't want icing on their cake? So you may want somebody who is financially stable, but what is financially stable to you? And is that negotiable? You can negotiate wants. You can say, I want this. I want him to be 6'2", but if he's 5'11" and he has all these other things that that I need out of a relationship, that's okay. So your wants are changeable. You can tweak them around. They are things that you can look at and think, you know what? We can't just leave this out. It's okay. And then you've got requirements. Requirements are non-negotiable. Things that you cannot negotiate. The fact that you want children or you don't want children, maybe that's not negotiable to you. Okay, so if that's a requirement for you, it's either it's black or white. It's non-negotiable. This is what I want, and this is what I require in this relationship. Maybe I must have children, or I don't want to have children, or you must be financially stable, or I require you to be stable in order for this relationship to work. So your requirements are all up to you. These things are up to you. Nobody can change these things for you, but only you can. Nobody can define these things for you. They are for you to define. So what are your needs? What are your wants? What are your requirements? And now that you know the differences between these 3 things, so you know when you're writing down, I need this, I want this, and I can tweak this. And in that stage of getting to define yourself, you put these things because they are a big part of who you are. And make sure you comment on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, just ask. And if there's anything that you want me to talk about on the next video, just leave it on the comment section below and we'll talk about it. On to number 4. If you're still here, that means you're really interested, because we're on number 4, and congratulations for still being here. Make sure you've subscribed and make sure to share the video with your friends. Number 4 on the list is you're going to learn to love yourself. Fall in love with you, absolutely. And you are going to learn to develop yourself. You obviously have defined the person that you want. You've written down what it is that you want in a person. let me tell you, you cannot attract what you're not. So now you're going to look at that list and say, I want him to be this. If you want him to be financially stable, you're going to ask yourself, am I financially stable? You want him to, to be a provider, a protector. Do you have anything to offer to that provider and protector? What do you bring to the table? You're going to have to look at that. And if you don't see things that you require in someone else, it's time to work on them. Okay. And at this time of loving yourself and self-loving you and doing things for yourself, you're going to learn to spend so much time by yourself. Let me tell you, when I was doing self-love, because I did this some years ago, when I was doing self-love, I went through my wardrobe and I said, I don't want this. I want to recreate this whole new me, because I wanted to attract somebody who is mature. I wanted to dress like he would, like that kind of a person would like a woman to look like. So you're going to have to consider all these things, learn a new language, do something, and if you are having things that trouble you emotionally or physically, this is the time to change them. If you've got things that need psychologists to deal with, therapists to deal with, don't be afraid to seek help at this stage of your life, because you're not going to want to be seeking help once you're with someone. You don't want to go into a relationship with a burden. If there are things that happened to you in your childhood that you think they sabotage your relationships, it's time to deal with them now. This is your time. You're on your own. You've got all the time in the world to deal with those things. So make sure you do. Physically, if there are things that you don't like about yourself, things that take away your confidence, it's time to deal with them. If you feel like, oh, I'm too big, I'm this and that, if you feel that you need to change your body physically, remember, you only have to change because you want to or you have to, not because people are making you. You only change because you want to and you need to, not because you have to, because people are making you do it. You change for yourself and you change for the sake of your health when it comes to your physical health. So if you want to look at those things and start doing that, that's the time to do it. Because when you feel happy in yourself, you will look sexier because your confidence will take over. So it's time to grow that confidence. Find things that give you confidence and work on those things, rather than trying to get into a relationship and you're on a date and you're sitting there, you're like, I think I need to lose a little bit of weight, I've got this here. You're being negative about yourself. You need to start walking into a relationship in a positive way, in feeling positive about yourself, because how you feel about yourself is how other people are going to feel about you. On that number 4, in the journey of self-love, you're going to again learn how to build your communities. You're going to build strong relationships with your friends, your family, because let me tell you something, marriage and relationships are networking. You don't want to get into a relationship with somebody who brings nobody, nobody valuable. Remember, when you come together with someone, it's networking. Who is going to be my children's aunties? Who's going to be my children's uncles? Who's going to surround us as a married couple? Start making friends with people that you look at their relationships and think their relationship is quite good. I'm not saying you will always know how people's relationships are, but it's time to align yourself with friends that make you better. It's time to align yourself with business acquaintances and things like that, things that make you better. So this is the time to work on those things. Just never forget to work on those things. So that'll be your number 4 thing. Your self-love, self-development is so important. Now we're going to get to number 5 and the final thing that you need to do. God, we have made it to number 5. So now that you cleared your clouds, you know what your vision is, you've defined your needs, your wants, your requirements, and you've defined the person that you want in your life. You have built your community of friends, you've made strong allies, so that you're not going to be on your own when you're in this relationship. Number 5, now you're going to start, just before you start going into what you're looking for, you're going to learn how to get what you want. You're going to learn how to find that person that you've been defining, because there's no point in defining the person that you want and going right in the wrong places looking for this person. So finding the person that you want depends on who you're looking for. If you've said that you want to find yourself a pastor, a Christian, or you want to find yourself a Buddhist, or you want to find yourself somebody who has no spiritual values, or you just want to find whoever you want to meet. Now you need to know how to go and get that person and where to go and get that person. You're going to have to be strategic about this. If you're going to go on a dating site, set your boundaries as well so that you don't get abused by people and you don't start to compromise. You're going to go in there knowing that this is what I'm looking for, and you're going to start to believe that what you're looking for is there out there, so that you don't just settle for anything. And when you see what it is that you're not looking for, you let it pass, because it's not your portion. What you believing that what I'm looking for will come. And I hope to see you guys on Seminar 2. If there's any things that you want us to discuss, just put it on the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. And I hope to see you soon.